Welcome, friends. I welcome you all in the series of videos, and today we are going to discuss that when GST will be introduced in India and some of the latest developments under GST. This is the most talked about question, that when GST will be introduced. Earlier it was the 1st of April, and now the GST Council in its recent meeting has decided that the GST will be introduced by 1st of July 2017. As you all know, GST is an indirect tax, it's a transactional tax, so it can be introduced at any time in a financial year. It is not required to be implemented or introduced from the beginning of a financial year. So today we will discuss in detail that whether it can be implemented from 1st of July or not, what are the practical challenges in introduction of GST, what are the pending tasks which will be done by our honorable finance ministers and the state assemblies, and we will discuss all these topics in detail. First of all, I will discuss the 101st Constitutional Amendment Act, in fact, which was passed by the Parliament in the last year, 2016, and also signed by the President of India. And once the Constitution is amended, the power of center and state is merged together. Earlier, before the amendment of the Constitution of India, state and the center have specific powers to levy taxes, to levy indirect taxes. But once the Constitution is amended to bring GST, those powers will no more be there. And there is a ceiling or cut-off date by which the existing taxes can survive. The existing VAT, service tax, excise duty, etc. can survive. And that is the date 16th of September 2017, that is 1 year from the date the President gave its assent to the Constitutional Amendment Bill. And after 16th of September 2017, practically the state and the center will lose its power to levy existing taxes. So if somebody is saying that GST cannot be introduced, it is not a true perception. GST will be introduced, that is very, very confirmed. And it will be introduced either from 1st of July or before 16th of September 2017. Now, the council has almost done a tremendous job in past couple of months. The date when it was formed, the President gave its assent to the Constitutional Amendment Bill, it has resolved a lot of complex issues. It has decided the rate, it has recently solved a very, very Herculean task, that is, has resolved the issue of dual control and cross empowerment. I will discuss in detail what is dual control and cross empowerment. And now the two important tasks are pending before the council, GST council. The one is the final draft of all the laws, CGST law, SGST law, IGST law, and the compensation law, and the fitment of rates. As you all understand, that the council has broadly decided the rate of GST, that there will be a lower rate of 5%, there will be peak rate of 28%, there will be two standard rate, 12% and 18%, and the 50% of the items will be that is exempt, 50% of the CPI which contains. But now the important task is to fit individual goods or services into that particular category. And that the council has given this task to the committee of secretaries. The committee is working very hard to fix each item into the bracket of tax, whether a particular item will go into 12% or 18% or 5% or 28%. That the work is going on, work in progress. So this is the status. Let me summarize again, that the council has decided on almost all the issues, and now the final version of the law, the tangible law, will be discussed in its next meeting on 18th of February 2017, and once the council approves the law, it will go to the respective state assemblies and the parliament. And after that, the committee will finalize its fitment process, and that will be discussed in the council meeting again. So this is the broad scenario, this is the broad process, and in our opinion and to our mind, the GST can be very well introduced from 1st of July 2017. There are no practical hurdles. The most important point which was causing fear in the mind of industry and in our mind, that what will happen if the dual control and cross empowerment is not resolved, but that is also done. So let me try to simplify what is dual control and cross empowerment. The GST will subsume most of the indirect taxes, and from the day one, our honorable finance minister is saying that one assessee will be assessed by a single authority. It will not be practical that if an assessee has to approach to two assessing authorities of center and state, so that will not solve the purpose of GST. The very purpose of GST will get defeated. Therefore, the council has decided that the taxable persons or the assessees whose turnover is below 1.5 crore, 90% of them will be assessed by the state GST departments, the state machinery. And the out of 100%, the balance 10% will be assessed by the center. And the assessed turnover is more than 1.5 crore or 1.5 crore, 50% of them will go to the center and 50% of them will go to the states. So this is the practical solution the council has found. Now again a question comes to mind, that how it will be decided that who will go to whom. Now they are saying that it will be done through a computer program. The computer program will be designed in such a way that there is no discretion. It will automatically allot the assessee to a particular department, whether it will go to the state department or to go to the central department. This practical solution is already working in income tax. In income tax, when the case for scrutiny is fixed, it is fixed by the system. And the same system, the very same system will be adopted in GST also. And this is the whole scenario of GST. And once the fitment process, the final law, etc., is solved by the council, is solved by the rates are practically worked out by the committee of secretaries, the GST will be a reality. And GST will be reality from 1st of July 2017. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.